I'll be really honest with you here. I don't know what I'm going to say here because I think the only important thing is that you go watch this. Folks, let's jump into my review of the new movie. Is this black enough for you? Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the movie Is This Black Enough For You, available now on Netflix. So I did get a chance to check this out early, a little bit late to getting this review out, but I gotta say, this 2 hour and so documentary slash essay is really important, but a lot to take in. And you really do gotta watch this a couple of times because you are you're being hit with nostalgia, you're being hit with education, you're being hit with things you have never heard before, things you probably never even connected. Amazing interviews from well-known actors. You're talking about Laurence Fishburne, Whoopi Goldberg, Samuel L. Jackson, Zendaya. It's a lot in this, and it's truly a celebration into black culture. But man, is it a lot to take in with this one. Is This Black Enough For You? It's fantastic, and it is a must watch. So if you want to stop watching this review right now, go watch it. That's fine with me. But I'm going to say, when you do, be prepared to consume so much, because you're going back to almost the beginning here in terms of just era, the 70s, that era where sort of just the boom of cinema, and understanding how black cinema played a part into what we now know it's just overall entertainment and movie making today. And I mean, there's a lot that I learned from this. There were some things I had kind of assumed, or maybe I recognized, but I didn't really like piece together. But this one, I feel like it hit every corner, every aspect of anything you need to know, starting from the 70s up until today, of the significance of African Americans in Hollywood. And I mean, understanding the contributions, understanding how we kind of had to make our own lane, understanding the mockery from the others when it comes down to black entertainment. I mean, it's always been a struggle for us to get parts. It's always been a struggle for us to get our movies, get our message told. The typecasting, all sorts of different things, that this documentary absolutely explores. And I think that one of my favorite aspects of this is Mario Van Peebles really speaking about his legendary dad and his contribution to things, and kind of seeing that really ingrained into his DNA, into what he does now in terms of movie and television making and writing. And I just think that to know where we came from just makes us appreciate even more where we're at. And that's why I really appreciate somebody like Zendaya being a part of this, because obviously for all the historical things that she's doing, but understanding and being able to appreciate the history of the folks who have paved the way to where we're at today. And I mean, like, to be honest, like, beyond just movies, understanding how music played a huge part into the Hollywood entertainment as we know of today, which really came on the backs of what we did as African Americans in filmmaking. And I just think that this documentary really gives you just so much perspective. And while it is at parts of it really kind of hard to digest, the treatment of black people, but I mean, hello folks, this is America. It is very prideful to see that we still continue to stride and work, and when doors were closed in our face, when people were taking our ideas and running with them and making them trying to make it their own and whatnot, we still rose to the occasion, and we still, no matter what, made sure that we was prideful in the work that we've done. But I mean, just looking back from the years and years of where we came, and I mean, they're hitting on everything, again, from typecasting to the sexualization of black people and black bodies, to color, black facing, and all sorts of different things, you know. And again, people trying to steal our swag and all sorts of different things like that. And you know, understanding. There's a really interesting tidbit in this about Robert Downey Jr. and his dad, and how like what his dad did sort of played a part into Tropic Thunder. Like something like that I'd never pieced together, but like when you watch it, you'll see like, wow, that's kind of crazy how that connects and whatnot. But yeah, this one, I'm telling you, this is why like it's hard to just call it a documentary, but like almost like an essay, because you're really getting a lot in this. And I watched it 1.5 times, one time fully, and then I went back to kind of piece through things, because there were certain things that I was like, I kind of heard, but I had to kind of like really digest it and take what I was being taught. And it's easily a film that you want to watch multiple times, which I'm glad it's on Netflix, because even though it did have a theatrical run, this is one that like you kind of do want to sit back and pay attention. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons to sit back and just enjoy this, because the music, some of our iconic moments, and some of these iconic actors, and seeing people when they got their first get to where they're at now. I mean, seeing Samuel L. Jackson and Laurence Fishburne, folks that are legendary today, reflect back to the folks that they idolize, the folks that influenced their career, and celebrating them is just like the utmost moment of just black celebration, black greatness, black excellence in this. And you just have a good time and just appreciate everything that you're getting in this one. I really, really enjoyed this. This is why it took me so long, because I was like, what am I going to say? Like, I loved it, and like it's a must watch. But like, no, I felt very prideful, and I felt you know, again, even through all the trials and tribulations that we've been through as a culture, you know, to see that, you know, these folks who paved the way for me to enjoy the film that I see today, understanding that the work that they've done, how that influenced not just our culture, but all of Hollywood, and then to be able to get that education just makes this just so special, so special. And although I wasn't born in that era, you know, going back and understanding why we had those films like Blackula, Black Shampoo, Black Caesar, you know, why were they called Black this, you know, because we had to have our own version. But then understanding films like Shaft, like Cleopatra Jones, you know, understanding the significance of these films and like what they have done for us, the culture, but also done for Hollywood, you know, and how they left a print. And sort of the evolution of genres as well too, you know, moving forward to, you know, Superfly and Coolie High and all sorts of different stuff like that. You know, like the 70s was a really, really, really like very pivotal but yet monumental moment in black cinema. And this documentary makes sure that it checks off every box to showcase and highlight and to give these films, these filmmakers, these actors their flowers for their contributions for what we have now in Hollywood today. So totally check out Is This Black Enough For You? It's available on Netflix now. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know some of the things that really jumped out to you, some of the things that you were not aware of. Let me know those type of things in the comments below. But as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.